To radio station 107.3 Darling FM. Hello and welcome to the World News. I am Cynthia Cassie Ubaka. Here are the headlines. Imo Entrako chairman warns citizens occupying shanties in Owerri municipality to leave. INEC expresses readiness over Abia North or South Federal Constituency by-election scheduled for Saturday. United Arab Emirates loses finance minister and deputy Dubai ruler. Details shortly. Federal government says the charges and levies imposed on Nigerian diaspora at the foreign missions are due to paucity of funds to run operations. Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyama and Controller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service Mohammed Bandede, who both appeared before the House of Representatives Committee on Foreign Affairs in Abuja, explained how they were addressing issues affecting Nigerians in our countries. At the two-day investigative hearing organized by the committee, which began on Tuesday, Onyama noted that the charges had been in existence and were only suspended. Onyama said his ministry plans to make Nigerians in diaspora have access to a 24/7 call center in Nigeria, which would take complaints from across the country. In his presentation, Controller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service decried the shortage of passport booklets, which he described as the biggest challenge facing the service. A General Manager of Imo State Environmental Transformation Commission, Entraco, Honorable MacDonald Ebere, has warned citizens occupying shanties in Owerri municipality to leave or face seeing it destroyed. The Entraco board stated this during Darling FM's flagship program, The People's Voice. Honorable MacDonald reiterated that the Commission will not tolerate any form of street trading and other illegal structures in the state.
One is on Okigwe Road, going down to Imsu Junction, on the right from the court, all the way down to the junction. That green flag there, they have put up a lot of structures there. I've warned several and again. And I've gone there to remove Imo Entraco, and they have been ignoring it. From that court area, all the way down to the roundabout. Again, going to the World Bank axis, from Dreamland, all the people on our green van, those people who sell fruits, who sell engine oil, who sell all those trains on those vans, I've warned them several and again. I'm going to demolish everything on that road after today, and they don't remove those things like I've seen. And also going down from Dreamland all the way to ID Street roundabout. On the right, there are two car washes there. The new road built by the governor, those car wash, the water coming out from the car wash is really disturbing the road. I've told them to relocate that car wash away from the road, but they have not been able to obey it. I'm going to knock down those car washes.
When asked about the issue of Imo civil guards turning themselves to corporate beggars, he noted that ISMA is coming on board to take them off the streets.
Well, it's going to be a thing of the past soon. Probably the last government that engaged them didn't give them adequate remuneration for their job. And probably what they do is survival trend. But this government of Senator Hope Uzodinma, the three-year government, we have noticed that. So with the introduction of the traffic management agency in terms of what we have in Lagos, like LASMA, we have the ISMA, is coming on board. All of them are already gainfully employed. And once the government starts rolling out the activities, you won't see them do that anymore because they're going to be paid adequately and their job will be appreciated.
The Entraco chairman assured the process of deslating of gutters is ongoing, while stressing that the governor of Hope Uzodinma's led administration will have no stone unturned. Residents and shop owners living around MCC Urata Road axis have been advised to take precautionary measures so as to curb the flow of flood in the area. This was disclosed to Darling FM by the contractor in charge of the axis, Dr. Gideon Okosien.
Well, some of them are already doing it, at least getting some blocks to surround, because you can look at their level, the level of their compound is very low compared to the existing road. So there's no way you can expect flood to enter into their houses. But what they will do is to ensure that they get some blocks, surround their buildings, and then put steps. I've already told some of them behind, and they have done that. And they don't have this issue of flooding. There's no way you will not find these machines on the road. We are walking on the road. Don't expect at the end of the day we'll take the machines to our yard at Aladima, and every morning we'll bring it back to site. It's not going to be possible. The machines were not here before. They are here because we have got to this point. As we proceed, so also the machines will be going along with aside with us.
Gideon assured that the ongoing construction in the area will be elapsed by next week, while stressing that citizens should be patient with the reconstruction process. Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) says sensitive and non-sensitive materials required for the conduct of Abia North South Federal constituency by-election in Abia State have been delivered, scheduled to hold on March 27, 2021. INEC National Electoral Commission and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee Festus Okoye said this in a statement titled "Conduct of the Abia North South Federal Constituency by-election" issued after its meeting. He said a total of 498,390 registered voters are expected to cast their ballots at 609 polling units spread across the 24 registration areas in the 2 local government areas of the constituency, and the commission will deploy over 2,970 officials for the election. Festus cited that all the ad hoc staff required for the conduct of the election have been trained, awaiting deployment, including the sensitive materials which have been delivered to the central bank in Umuahia. Abia State will be inspected on Thursday, March 25th, 2021, and dispatched to the 2 local government area offices of the Commission. The Commission enjoins all the voters and stakeholders to remain calm, shun violence, and order acts capable of creating fear, anxiety, and apprehension in the electoral environment. To security matters, a former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Obdai Malafia, says Nigeria is going through the worst times as a nation. Malafia was reacting to the recent assassination attempt on Benue State Governor Samuel Otom by gunmen. He said the security situation in the nation during the era of the late military head of state, Sani Abacha, was better than the insecurity confronting Nigerians in the regime of the President Muhammadu Buhari. According to him, Buhari's government is the worst government Nigeria had since in 1960. Malafia said the people of the Middle Belt condemned the assault and are not afraid of those who carried out the assaults. Meanwhile, Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu has asked the federal government to tackle the deteriorating insecurity in the country. Speaking during a TV program monitored by Darlin FM, Akeredolu warned that the 2023 general elections might be threatened if the insecurity situation worsens. He also condemned Saturday's attack on his colleague from Benue State, Samuel Otom, wondering why governors will be the target of attack.
I listened to Governor Otom when he spoke, and I really sympathize with him. It's an unfortunate development that a governor will become a target for this attack. I thank God for his life. But addressing the issues he raised, and I think he's right, definitely we cannot conduct any election under an insecure environment. So if this insecurity is not nipped in the bud, it will escalate undoubtedly, and if it escalates, so all of us should be worried that at the time we are getting to 2023, we might have a full-scale, what I will call banditry or other insecurity in the country. And with that, there's nobody that can carry out any election under that atmosphere. Something has to be done now. Well, I mean, a number of us, no doubt, believe that there must be the issue of the structure of this country must be addressed. We are not running away from that fact.
Governor Akeredolu also backed Tom's remarks, noting that Nigerians should be worried if banditry activities reach its full scale.
If there is a will, there'll be a way, and this can be done. And some of us believe that, look, it is important for us to do it once and for all, and let everybody come to the table, make your case. Yes, I know that at National Assembly level, a number of things being done on amendment to the Constitution. Bring it out, let people know what you are doing, because at the end of the day, what National Assembly will arrive at might at least solve some of the problems. And the additional things that we need to do will have to, about fiscal federalism and co, will have to now follow. And I think it's even one of those issues that has been taken at the National Assembly. But I'm not too sure our people are ready to wait for National Assembly to conclude their own process. They want to listen to us and say, okay, there's a buy-in by the government on this restructuring, and that our party is ready. The party is, I believe, if it's in our constitution or is part of our manifesto, then we'll push it through.
Reacting to myriads of security challenges ranging from banditry to terrorism, kidnapping for ransom to courtesan, militancy and agitations to succeed among several others, Governor Akeredolu renewed his earlier call for the creation of state police. This is 107.3 Darlin FM, or where if you're just joining us, you are listening to the World News. In the news, the Imo Entraco chairman warns citizens of Pine Shanties in Owerri municipality to leave. INEC expresses readiness over Abia North, a South Federal constituency by-election scheduled for Saturday. Still to come, United Arab Emirates loses finance minister and deputy Dubai ruler. Stay tuned.
Missed any of the developing stories during the week? Do you want to get up to speed with the news? Tune in to the People's Radio 107.3 Darlin FM at noon every Saturday for the Week in Review. The Week in Review, reminding you of the week's stories today.
If you're just tuning in, it's still 107.3 Darlin FM, and now to the foreign news. United Arab Emirates Finance Minister and Deputy Ruler of Dubai, Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has passed on at the age of 75. Report says his death was announced in a statement released by the Dubai Media Office. According to the statement, United Arab Emirates President Khalifa bin Zayed ordered that flags be flown at half-mast across the country until Saturday to mark 3 days of mourning. It also stated that Hamdan, who had been unwell, underwent surgery abroad in 2020, though further details were not disclosed. Dubai has announced a 10-day mourning period. Also, funeral prayers will be restricted to family members due to the coronavirus pandemic. Before his death, Hamdan had been finance minister since 1971. And that's the World News as produced and packaged by AC Ne Glory Aloze. You can reach our news desk for coverage and eyewitness report on 0818-732-5104 or send an email to darlinfmnews@gmail.com. And you can listen to Darlin FM anywhere in the world. Go to www.darlinfm.ng and click to listen. Stay safe, everyone, and don't forget to wash your hands frequently. Soap is sufficient to deactivate the coronavirus. I am Cynthia Ubaka. News update is at 5 p.m. Good afternoon.